Welcome again, friends. This is Sangar Graphics and I am making Happy New Year greeting. Let's take a look what we are making today. Oh, sorry, it's just a RAM preview. We are making this today a golden cool looking template for upcoming New Year 2018. It's so simple using Trapcode Particular. We are going to make this cool template. So let's get started. Firstly, make a new composition. Make frame rate 30 bit per second and make it 16.11 seconds in duration and set the height and width to HD. (1920 to 1080). Lock the aspect ratio. Okay. Now firstly create a background, or we can say floor, on which the particles are falling. As you can see, the particles are bouncing. Here below there is a floor. So firstly we are going to make floor. Make a new solid layer, name it background, or name it floor. In effect and presets, search for ramp and make a new ramp preview on it. Just select a golden, some like this color, a dark black. Choose radial ramp and bring this point just in middle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's good now. Now make the layer 3D and just by the rotation tool turn it on x-axis by pressing shift. It will turn at 90°. Then select selection tool and on z-axis just drag it below. Now scale it. Yeah. Now again make a back solid layer, as name it as flare background. As you can see, there is a cool background here. These particles, we are going to make them now. Just select the flares bg, type for particular. Here select the option box. As you can see, it is a box but is emitting, so we can make the box, resize it. Just resize the box to cover whole the composition. Now our video will look like this. And in particle, open particle, then live randomness, sphere, and this size, make bigger size. Reduce the life to 1.5 or just make it 1. And here particles per second, reduce it, yeah, up to 30, or you can make it 45 also. No, 35 or 40 will be better. Yeah, as you can see, they are just bouncing. Here make it outward, and now below make opacity a little bit lower. We don't want to give more importance to them. Yeah, we just want them as a background, as a golden background. Now here select a golden color. Yeah, good. Select a golden color. Then in opacity, random opacity overlay, just select the preset random. This will give a shiny effect to your video. Yeah, now we are done to this background. Now we are going to create a snow, this white snow, so just duplicate this comp, flare bg layer, and rename it as snow. Now in particle and particle type, make it cloudlet and just make white color. Now reduce its size, increase particles per second, changing the velocity distribution. Now you can see it's white background, but it is more powerful. We can reduce its opacity just like this, and also we can reduce the particle per second. Yeah, it's good. Also changing some position. Yeah, uh, yeah, it's good. Now size randomness also we can make 100. Yeah, it's good. Now our background is done. We are going to make the fall, the cool looking particular fall. Now just make a new layer, or you can duplicate the same and rename it as fall. Go to effects and control, make its opacity 100, opacity randomness to 0, make its size little bit lower to 1 or 5. Now reduce the box size as you can see it. So make the particle greater, make the box size as your text can fit in it. Yeah, it's good. To opacity overlay, make it full for some time so we can see it clearly. So reduce the box as your size. Yeah, now make particles per second to 650 or 660. Now reduce the particle size to 5, or you can make it greater also, 10. Yeah, it's good. Now you can see our particles are coming outward, so make it just uniform, and in physics tab just give some gravity to it, so just it can fall down. Yeah, it's good. Also make its randomness opacity over life. Yeah, and here set color to over life. In color over life, just select the second preset, third preset, fourth preset, and just change some color codes. You can make your own color codes also. Yeah, it's good. Something like golden. Yeah. Now scale your fall little small. Yeah. And just decrease your some velocity. Increase the velocity and make full the velocity randomness. Yeah. Our background is getting more important, so we can also reduce its opacity. Flow our flares are getting more important, so we can reduce their opacity as well as the snow. Yeah. Now come to our particular fall. Yeah, it's just falling down. It's looking good. Now we want to bounce the particles on the floor, so in aux system first make the emission continuously, means each particle emits another particle from themselves. Emission probability makes 0 particles per particles. 7 year 8 life 0.7, oh sorry 0.5, then type as same, velocity 0, size 5, and here size over life make it again random. Just increase the size to 8, little bit smaller our original particles, and here opacity over life make it random. Yeah. And color we can give another color to also them, like here color over life, select another preset, but I'm going to keep the same colors, just color from main percent, make it 100. Yeah. And particles per second, you can see as we increase the particles it looks good. Just make it 10. Just make velocity 0. Now visibility, in visibility where has it gone? um, Shading physics, in bounce we are going to make our particles bounce, so select the bounce factor and choose floor layer as floor, and here bounciness is given. As you can see now our particles are bouncing. Opacity size over life we are going to reduce it little bit more, just make it like this some. Yeah, it's looking good, but it's so small particles and it is not dense, so we can increase our particles also. Yeah. And reduce the Y size of the box. Yeah, it's looking good now. Reducing the velocity makes the particle goes outside. Just put the velocity to just 180. Yeah. Now you can see our fall is done. Yeah, you can see it just falling down very good. Now we are going to add it glow. In effects, if you have full pack of trap code, then you can also give shine or star glow, but the preset given by After Effects is glow in style. Just select it. As you can see, our particles are started to glowing. Just reduce the intensity 0.5 and the threshold little bit down, yeah, and just you can see it's looking good, and just duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D and increase the glow radius and intensity to 0.1. Yeah, as you can see, it is giving a good glow. Now our fall is done. Yeah, I have just added more particles because my text is bigger. You can also add more particles by just here particle per seconds. Yeah, and in effects builder, in effect builders there are presets directly given. You can just apply it and make your own object. Like here presets are given: uniform motion, color with preview. Here blocks, emitter, you can choose emitter. A preview is given here directly. As I select another, it changes. We can select directional. Yeah, it's looking good. And I'm choosing point emitter. Yeah, it's looking like this. As you move your mouse on the screen, the emitter starts from there. Now here in motion, you can select downward, upward. I am going to select in style. Here opacity presets are given. Yeah, it's good. In shading, different shades are given. Wow. Ox, default ox. Yeah, it's like a lava coming out. Direct preview is given here. Yeah, now we are going to make our names. After creating this fall, I have just typed the names which you want to have. Firstly, I have typed here wish you and given opacity that it will fade in and fade out. And after fading out, another layer and your family will fade in. Another layer, this fade in and fade out, which makes a cool effect. Same to as, and just duplicate the falls and place it at different places, that it will cover your name and change by a transition like effect. Then I have making the firecrackers. You can see my another tutorial of making firecrackers in the link in the description. A very good effect, trapcode particular. You can change the color of the firecrackers by giving it a tint effect, but I want just a golden like background, therefore I don't given it any effect. Oh, sorry. So just see that firework making tutorial. It's good. Then I have imported my logo in it at last. And here in Happy New Year, I have making another copy, as you can see here, which gives you cool looking effect. Very good. I have done same at here at last. And I have added also the optical flare effect, as you can see here. Here it gives a different shine like a 3D model. It's a very good plugin of Video Copilot, optical flare. Just place your optical flare there by adjusting its brightness. And I have created this clock ticking up. Here I have just made a ring and typed the numbers, and by the box tool I have created 3 hands, and here to the minute hand I have rotated it up to 10 seconds. Yeah, and as you can see, as the minute hand reaches the 12, the crackers get burst. And at last I had added transition effect using a black solid. Sometimes some layers didn't get 3D effect and light does not apply on their styles. There are two ways of creating that black to white transition. Just make a new light layer, and in intensity just reduce and increase the intensity of light, but all the layers should be in 3D. All the layers should be in 3D. Then the light works on them. But some layers are not converted into 3D. So there's a new way to make that transition. Just make a black solid layer, open it opacity by pressing T. At first, at few frames, just give a keyframe on the opacity, and after some frames again put on a keyframe, and just between them and just here make the opacity 0, and then again 100, again after some frames make it 0, and as you can see our black transition is completed. So there are different ways you can do. You can also make this cool like effect. Just download Particular, Trapcode Particular, and do this cool like looking effect. Thank you and happy new year once again. Thanks.